Hey guys, it's Libby, and today I'm going to be talking about how to educate people on your mental illness. Maybe your family and friends don't have any experience with mental illness. Maybe they do, but they still just don't understand your struggle. Whatever it may be, it is time that they understand you. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to help them understand you and your mental illness. So let's get started. The first thing you should do is find people who do understand your struggle. Find people who do get it. The reason I say this is that to have family and friends who don't understand can be really frustrating and isolating and invalidating. So having people to help you along the way who do understand you will be really beneficial. Maybe it's your friends, maybe you can find some online friends, maybe you can start therapy, and if you're interested in online therapy, I highly recommend BetterHelp. I will leave their link in the description if you'd like to sign up with a discount on your first month. You can also try 7 Cups of Tea, which is a free website to get peer support. Then there are support groups, and with COVID, there's a lot of virtual support groups, so you might be able to attend one even if it's not in your area. And finally, reaching out to a crisis line or a hotline when you're in need. I've got those in the description of this video, and moving forward, they'll be in the description of all my videos. So now, how do you go about educating your family? Everybody's family is different, but the steps are relatively the same no matter what. One thing you can do is explain your experiences, your feelings, and your symptoms to your family, because they might not have any idea what you're going through. If you feel like just explaining them your experiences wasn't enough, go online and find other people explaining their experiences that are similar to yours and share that with your family and friends. You can also look for good books and articles and journals and blogs and brochures that help to explain what you're trying to convey to them. Also, you can encourage them to do their own research about your diagnosis and treatment. When you're giving them all this information, I highly recommend you have them repeat back to you what their understanding of the situation is. If you can then hear what they are hearing from you, you know where the gaps in their knowledge is, and you can fill them in. Additionally, there are some support groups for family members of those struggling with X or Y. So if they're interested in that, it's definitely a useful resource. The next thing you need to do is give them the tools they need to be successful. They're probably coming in knowing nothing about this whole situation, so if you're really open, honest, and straightforward, that'll be really beneficial to you. If you've got specific things that trigger and upset you, I highly recommend telling them what those things are, because then they can do their best to try to avoid it. If you don't tell them, they're not going to know. On the other hand, tell them what helps you. Tell them how they can support you on just a typical day, and then tell them how they can support you during a crisis. If you're in therapy, it may be beneficial to allow them in on a family therapy session. Obviously, talk with your therapist about this. Every case is different, but it's something that could be helpful. But like I said, be straightforward, be honest, and be open. I know it's scary because there's a chance your family members might not get it right away, and they might just make things weird or tense or awkward, who knows, but you've got to advocate for yourself. Don't expect them to be perfect support. They're human, and this is probably new to them, so they're gonna mess up. Additionally, don't expect them to take on everything that you share with them, because just like you can't handle it all by yourself, they can't handle it all by themselves either, you know? So allow them to take on bits and pieces and learn how to support you little by little. Don't expect it all right away. They may be overwhelmed and scared and confused, and you know, their feelings are completely valid. So don't invalidate those feelings that they have. And finally, my last tip is to encourage them to take care of their own mental health. When you give them all this, it can be overwhelming and all those things that I said before. So it's really important that they continue to take care of themselves. But those are all my tips that I have for you on how to help a family member or a loved one understand your struggle. If you guys have more tips and tricks that you want to share, feel free to leave that down below in the comments. I would love to see it. But that's all I got for you for now. So have a good day.